Hello, sweet breakfast fans. Here's an apple and cranberry French toast bake that's perfect for just you or for a crowd. We can make it ahead or bake it right away. Here's how. First things first, let's talk bread. Most recipes for French toast or a bake like this call for dry, dense bread like brioche or French bread or even sourdough that can hold a lot of moisture. If you're an everyday, not so fancy cook like me, you probably have mostly sandwich bread on hand, or maybe even a few crusty end bits. No problem, you can still make a beautiful French toast bake. The secret is drying out your bread so that it can absorb and hold more of that beautiful, glorious milk and egg custard. All I did was pop my bread onto a cooling rack, put that on top of a baking sheet and bake it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, 170 Celsius for 6 minutes per side. Keep your pieces a little bit larger than you normally would if you had a denser bread. 4 cups done, we need another 6 cups. And you definitely want to use up your crusty end bits and keep that crust on. That's gonna add just great texture to your bake. And yeah, the crumbs can go in. By the way, if we haven't met, I'm Getty, a professional home economist and everyday cook. I love giving practical tips like this. So if that's of interest, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button. I love tart fruits, so I'm eager to use fresh or frozen cranberries. You can use either in this recipe. If you prefer things on the sweeter side, then go ahead, use dried cranberries instead of the fresh or frozen cranberries. And if you don't like cranberries, use raisins. And if you don't like any of that, just omit it. It's totally fine. This recipe is very bendy, flexible like that. Give them a little chop. You want about half a cup. Use whatever apple you have. You want to get about a cup to a cup and a half of sliced apples. Peeling is totally optional. And combine. Let's prepare our custard. All right, we got 8 eggs. Start whisking. 2 cups of milk. Woo! And half a cup of cream. If you don't have the cream but want that creaminess, add an extra 1/4 cup of milk plus 3 tablespoons of melted butter. Add a 1/3 cup of hard-packed brown sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/4 teaspoon ginger, a 1/4 teaspoon cardamom. If you don't have either of those, or if you don't like them, you can totally omit them. We've got 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. I love using fresh nutmeg. Look how pretty this looks already. Now we're gonna add our custard and let that bread soak. Let's stir that up. You can do this directly in the pan, but it's easy in the big bowl. Okay, here's the deal. You can put this into a greased big pan, 9 by 13, the whole thing, put her in. Option number 2, which is what I'm doing, I'm baking some of it right now and some of it I'm freezing in a Ziploc bag. Step 1, grease your pan a little bit. Take some of the crusty bits and place them on top. You can have little crispy bits on top. And because I'm using the very light, soft sandwich bread, it won't take long to soak up that liquid. So half an hour to an hour before I pop it in the oven. The remainder, I'm placing in a freezer bag. Yep, you can freeze this ahead of time. It will be a little bit moister after it's been frozen and thawed, but you just bake it a little bit longer and it'll be delicious. I'm making smaller portions so hubby and I can enjoy this anytime. To bake it, I'm gonna thaw it and bake it just like I normally would. I may need to add an extra 10 minutes or so. Top with a little brown sugar and cinnamon before you pop it into the oven. In the oven she goes. 350 degrees, it's probably gonna take about 30 minutes. Let's get it. How do you know it's done? First, there are browned bits on top. See that? That's a good sign. It doesn't jiggle in the middle. There's no liquid. And the knife comes out pretty clean. Don't dive right in. Let it cool for about 10 minutes to really set that custard. Oh, it smells so good. Delicious. You can heap any leftovers in the fridge for 3 to 4 days, or you can freeze it in individual portion sizes so you have a taste of heaven anytime you want.